Hello and welcome to everybody for this number 12 little video that I'm making today. My name's Janet. This one is called Strong and Functional. There is no cardio section in terms of moving and patterns of movement, but your heart rate will come up with using the weights. I'm going to be putting balance all the way through as I do, and you will have to endure my wobbles, and I'm sorry about that, but I think it's incredibly important to keep practicing balance skills as much as possible and keeping lower body strong to help prevent falls, especially if your bone density, like mine, isn't fabulous. Please always be careful and aware of the parameters of what you can safely work in with these classes. They are designed for active senior people, but I always give you alternatives, and you can easily bring them down to a lower level that suits you. You can work with no weights at all if you want to, and you'll still gain benefits, as I say. So let's put the music on and begin. And I hope I haven't left anything out. Okay, we're doing a little double pedal with the feet, circling the wrists. And I'm going to reverse those wrist circles. A little bit of mobility through feet and ankles and calves. Now I'm going to roll through, forward and back like that. Back, mobility for the upper middle back. Stretch for the chest. Now give me a big circle. Ready to step to the right, rock, reach. Now you can see I'm pivoting through my legs, just like that. Take it up high. Take it down low. Now bump around. Right round. Just one each way. And then we're going into some heel digs. So heel digs, pushing out alternate arms. As the heel hits, little dynamic calf stretch. Try it to the side and push back with those palms. Thumbs roll back, like that. 4, 3. Now knee lifts next. Right side knee, up and up. I'm going to start to crunch over a little bit. Into the back a little bit more. Now on the diagonal, pull across, cross. 4 more of these. Ready to rock and reach. Rock and reach. Take it up higher. 4 times. Now down lower. Pivoting on those feet. Now this time big circle right side, left side, bump around. 1 each way, and now the other way. Slow it down. Straighten and round up. Straighten back. Dynamic hamstring stretch into the back. Little straightening of the legs, resting on your thighs. Now come all the way up. Big circle. Knee lift for hip mobility, out and round. Bring it on back in. Sit down with a deep squat. Knee lift left side, now out and round. Mobilizing your hip joints. Big deep squat. 1 more each side. Up and down, out and round. Get into that hip and down. If your hips don't like it, you can keep it much smaller, like that. And back. 1 scoop down. Excellent. All right. Single, lightweight, very lightweight. And I'm going to start to pivot again and start to push the weight away. Now, as I push away with the weight, I'm going to sweep the other arm back. So right arm sweeps, your right, my left, pivoting like that. Now can you see I'm getting a big twist? Sort of a little push back with the weight with the other hand, and then a big sweep and a release. Change sides, try the other way. Down and back. Rocking through, pivoting through those feet. Can you do 4 more? Keep the shoulders down and keep the corset muscles tight and laced up. 2 more. Now I'm going back to the other side 4 times. Drop and push. Down and up. 1 more. Now I'm going higher, higher. Reach 2 times. Now you can look up, a little bit of vestibular work for your balance, and down and up. Change sides. Weight is in the right side. Sweeping back. There. 1 more now. Let's try it high. Go up. Look at it if you can. Look up to the ceiling. Go down. 1 more time. Now, just stay here. I'm keeping the weight in the right side, so it's kind of an uneven diagonal stretch. Now change it to the other hand. Up, keep it in this hand, and go down, push back with the palm back. 1 more time. Now we're going back to that rock, and the press across, sweep the arm. So really exaggerate the move. If you can, as much movement as you can. See, there's a lot of torso. Go up, torso, work, go down, up, change sides, cross, sweep the other arm back, down and up. Just doing what you can. Go high, look up if you can. Now go down low, down. Let's go back to that, slow, there. Keep it in the right, diagonal, a little bit deeper into the legs. Change the weight to the other hand, reach up, stretch on the diagonal, and again. We're doing 1 more set, cross, here we go, press. Hopefully it's getting easier. Push away. 2 more. Push back, turn and look the other way if you want. Too high and too low. Drop it, pull it back. Changing sides, other way. Reach it out and back. Out and back. Go high. And down low. Last time. How'd you do? That's quite tricky, that coordination. Now getting your heavy weights. And this time we're coming down, popping and releasing. Get myself sorted out here. And down. Now if you want, you can keep the weights on the shoulders. You do not have to go above your head if that's not right for you. But if you can, go up, push, pop up into your toes. Do that again, drop a little bit deeper if you want. Release. Now you'll hear me starting to puff because this is definitely cardio when you're working strongly like this. Now let's try this. Heel and toe back. I'll go from the side so you can see. So my standing leg bending. Try the other side. Heel, toe taps in and goes back. So this takes balance. Now I'm going to add in some weights. Hip right side heel, upright row. Toe back with a front raise. Heel, bending the standing leg. Toe back, try on the left side. Upright raise. Now you can just do the weights or just the legs. Let's do 1 more set. Heel, toe back. So when you bring the heel, you can sit down a bit more into that standing leg. Change sides. Heel, front raise. 1 more time. Heel and toe back. Now back to our squats. Push up, down, release. Palms are out. And down. You can go quite deep. Up. Again. Pop up and release. 2 more. Up and down. Last one. Back to our heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, front raise. heel front, upright row, front raise. Try the left side, heel, toe back. Heel front, bending the right knee, change sides, heel and toe. Now remember, you can just do just the weights or just the legs. Last one, heel and toe. Last one, heel and toe. Now take a little step out and in and out. Glue the elbows. We're going to do rotated cuff exercise. Stand tall, stepping out and back and out and back. I'm going to do 4 more. Out, drive back, out, back. 2 more. Last one. Now hold, lift and lower. Balance. Other side. 4, 3, balance and lift, lateral lift. Last one. How'd you get on with that? All right, this is a track I really love. You can hear I'm puffing a bit. Can you hear that beat? So I won't talk for a minute. I want you to hear it. Now, I'd like you to do some free form, whatever you like here. Now get the beat. Here we go. Here we go. Reach it out. Reach it out. Reach it out. Come on. You can get those hips going side to side. You can go all different directions. Whatever you like. Reach out. Anything you like. Now punch. 4, 3, 2. Change sides. Push out, and I'm going to bring in a pivot on the toe. There. Bigger, bigger. Other side. Pivot. Punch out. Punch. Now go down. Pull it up. Pull it up. Wide legs. Knees over the toes. Working those thigh muscles. Turn your head if you want. Pull. Pull. And you'll feel yourself starting to puff a little bit. Out. Come back. Punch it. There. Come on, get this happening in the shoulders. Navel is tight. Down, go up and up and up, up. Bring it down, all over the place. I'm going to slow it down right here. Reach, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go quicker in just a sec. Here it comes. There. Push, push. Reach up. Now, if you wanted quick little movements with the hands, bring the feet in, take them out. Oh, I think footballers do this, don't they? Bring it back, out. Push, out. Now let's do doubles, 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 doubles. There, there. One more time. Push up, 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 up. Bring it down through the middle. Quicker. Get the shoulders moving like that. Reach it out, reach it out. Slow it down again. Reach and pull. Reach. How'd you do? Ooh. All right, now this next one. Fingers crossed for Janet. Balance. And I'm going to start on the diagonal here. We're imagining we're on a tightrope. And I'm going to bring the heel to the toe. Walking forward. Heel to toe. Now, I'm going to pause it. And just hold and lift the back leg as much as I can. And that's very hard for me. Again. Heel to toe. And I'll try one more time, see if I do any better this time. Yeah, that's good. It's my good side. Now can you go backward? Backward, heel to toe, on your imaginary tightrope. Let's try front leg up. and down. Keep going backward. Back we go. Oh, what a struggle. Lift. Down and up into your toes. Hold and balance. Bring it down. I'll come into the middle. I'm going to lift up the right leg. Balance on one leg. Hold. The toe can be on the floor if you want. Turn your head and look. Now turn and look the other way. Try the other side. Turn. Turn. Again. Through the middle. The real challenge would be with eyes closed. I don't think I'll ever get there. Other side. Single leg with head turn. Phew. All right, taking up your weights again. We're going to be doing some, first of all, I'm going to be putting the weights on the floor, leaving them there. So this is very functional. Picking things up from the floor, and then I'm leaning back into my hip flexors. And then I'm going to retrieve the weights, come up and down into a modified deadlift, softening the knees, back stays straight. Now come down and put the weights on the floor again, leave them there, and come up, bend forward, support your back, come back, retrieve the weights. Modified deadlift up and down, up and down. Put the weights back down on the floor, come back up, give those hip flexors a stretch, bending forward through the knees. One more time, retrieve them, keep your head up, chest up, modified deadlift, put them back down on the floor. And there. Let's do that last time through. Retrieve, soften the knees to get the weights. Down and up. Put them down. And retrieve them. Step back with your left side. We're going to row like this. Working, squeezing into the middle and upper back muscles, postural muscles, just like that. Navel is in. Now, just a high row, 8 of them. You can stay low if you want, round the hip, and you can turn and look to add a bit more vestibular work if you want. 2 more. I've got to get this right. Down, up, and up, because it's reverse of what I usually do, so it takes my brain a minute. So what am I doing? Biceps in a slow release. Again, drop. Slow release with those weights. Deep squat if you can. And down and down. 2 to go. And then we're going to step back with the right side. Go back to our rows. Step back. Low row. Working upper back muscles, postural muscles, squeezing the shoulder blades together, tucking the elbows in behind. And I'm just rocking, releasing through the legs a little bit. Add that single row. High row if you want, turn if you want. Like that, it's quite quick. Or you can stay low. Remember, that's your option. I'm going back high. And now coming back into our biceps again. So feet together, drop. Slow, slow, and slow. Down, slow release. Again. Keep the elbows away from your body. Drop, slow, slow, and slow. Keep going if you can. So this is called an eccentric release, lengthening the muscles, strengthening as they lengthen. One more time. Now back, and I'm going to change it slightly. I'm going to row and bring in, back, side. Again, squeeze, side. So you can stay with the other version if you prefer. Now the high row, high, down. It can be low if you prefer, low if you prefer, or stay high. High. One more. Now, I'm going to jump around the clock. There. Turn and move in different directions through the diagonal. There. Feet come together. Change. Little jump and jump into the diagonal. Through the side to the back. Bring it back round. And then we're going back to those rows again. Left or right leg back. So I'm stepping out, stepping back, and out. Go back. This is an option. You can stay with the simpler other version if you prefer. Now high row if you want. Back and side. Can be low and side. Two last. Nearly finished. Last one here. And over to the side. Okay, now I'm going down to the floor and I'm keeping these weights. We're going to start with pullovers. You will see a lot of these, you'll recognize a lot of these from other videos. I'm going to start with the arms behind, pullover. Now you can keep your head on the floor if you prefer. Foot is flexed as you extend out the leg, but better still, you would get a lot more muscles using the abdomen if you added in this slow crunch. Tuck the chin down. Again, up and out, and again, up, crunch in. Two more. Last one. Pull over into a knee lift. All right, now bring those legs down and lift. Squeeze up and down. And I'm going to bring the weights into it. Extension and down. Bring the feet in closer. Go a little bit quicker. Lift. Quicker push up to the ceiling. Triceps extension. Lift. Squeeze the buttocks. Squeeze into the pelvic floor. Two more of these. And then I'm going to slow it down. Are you ready? Hold it up. Open out into some flies. Open. Very careful of the shoulder joints. Again, two more. Squeezing in. Imagine you're hugging a big tree trunk. Keep those hips elevated. Now I'm going to do one of each. I'm coming down, pop up, hold. Bring it back in. Drop it down. Just one more of those. So push up, hold up, open out. Bring it back in, squeezing into those chest muscles. Now let's do the other side. Out. Bring it over. Remember, you can keep your head on the floor. Over. You can do it without weights if you want. In. Crunching if you want. Foot flex, push right away. And then do you notice how as you extend that leg out and the arms go behind, you get an abdominal stretch up the front of your body into the shoulders as well, into the front of the shoulders there. Two to go. Push back and up. Last one here. And up. Now come up. Tap your toes. Tap, tap, tap. Hips up, hips. Excellent. All right, now we're moving on. And I hope you don't mind this next one. It's going to be coming to off the floor into standing. So I'm going to roll through. This is also very functional, the ability to get up off the floor. So push away, you're on your side now. You're coming over onto your knees. And I'm going to do this version where I walk myself back a little bit and push back with my hands until my feet are flat on the floor. And here's where you would lift your tailbone, come all the way up. But I'm not going to because it can make you feel a bit lightheaded when we're doing work on the floor. So we're just going to stay part way up. And then we're going to come and walk out. Now keep the core muscles really tight. So we're doing on the hands plank, but on the hands, not the elbows. So quite challenging. Keep the navel pulled up and anchor the shoulder blades. Now can you just push back through the heels a bit? Give yourself a little calf stretch, that feels good. Now lower the knees down. If you want to do a press up in a box position with the hands under the shoulders, you can, or you can walk out and go 3/4, so it's much harder. Down and up. A little bit quicker. Choose the position. Remember, you can go into your box if you prefer. Working your chest, your triceps, that's the back of your arms, your shoulders, and your core. Last one. Now take a little break. Just come back for a moment, stretch back into a child pose. And then we're going to come back down onto our backs and do it all again. I'll come the other way this time. All right, are you ready? So we're rolling through onto our side, bringing the hand, the top arm forward, lifting up through the elbow, coming off the hip and over onto the knees. Tuck the toes, walk back to your feet. There are different ways of doing this. You could bring one leg forward and then you would come up, but we're not. We are going to walk out. Walk out. Anchor the shoulders. Hold it here if you can. If you prefer to get down on the elbows, do. So this is a high plank. Working shoulder girdle very hard. Now just push back, pedal. Push. And then come down, knees down. Remember, you can do a box press up. Let's go a little bit quicker. Chest to the floor. Or a little bit harder, walking out 3/4, like that. Down and up. Now walk back, tuck your toes. This time, just lift the knees, anchor your corset muscles, work those core, hovering your knees just above the floor, shoulder girdle strongly engaged. Just kneel up for a moment. Release the shoulders, roll them around, give them a little stretch. All right, last track before the stretch. Coming down, and we're going to do some back work now. You remember you're doing what suits you. Now I'm going to start in the Sphinx position with the hands parallel. Engage the shoulder blades, and I'd like you to just stay here for a moment and let your back sag down and relax. Take a little minute, and sometimes you can feel the tightness in your back as it releases down. Keep the shoulder blades drawn in and give your back a chance to get the curve back into it, the lordosis, into your spine. Now you can stay here, or you can just make yourself come up and extend the back a little bit more. And down. You could stay doing this, pushing up and down like this, or making it harder and coming along with me, lifting the arms away from the floor, looking down, extending out, sweeping around, and then just a little tiny hold and a little tiny pulse. You can release the legs if you want, the toes. Now bring it back down and round. Take a moment, you can just lift up, stretch away for a moment, and we'll go back to the harder version if you want. Now you won't see an awful lot happening with my back because my back's a bit of a disaster, but I can feel very strong work happening here, all down the length of my back, through my buttocks, down the backs of my legs, reaching away with the fingers, palms are up, or however it works for you. Sweep it round. And this time just take a moment, hands under the shoulders, navel up, glide back, release your back. We'll do one more little set. You can choose whichever version you want. So it can be, remember this one, or a little bit more intense, elbows away, look down at the floor, and sweep. Lift. Toes can come up. Oh, hello back muscles. Hello back of the body. Bring it round. Bring it round. Lift away. Glide back. Sit right back. Now come on up, hands onto the shoulders. I think we've got time for a stable table on each side. So extend out, navel up tight, lift and hold, strong, strong, strong. Change sides, reaching out with the other side. Lift, hold. As I've said many times on other videos, if you want to do any of these exercises again, you can always stop the video. Ooh, this hair. I'm getting a haircut this afternoon. Isn't that exciting? First one in many months. You can always redo any of the exercises or leave any of them out for that matter. Okay, so we're going to lie down back onto our backs again. And stretch out into a long body stretch. So turn the toes back, spread the fingers wide. Pull the thighs up out of the kneecaps. Lift your pelvic floor. Tight, tight, tight. Oh, really stretch, stretch. Now just let everything relax. And let the toes fall up for a moment. Bring the arms down. You can just lie here gently for a moment and turn your head from one side to the other. Just gently side to side. And then in your own time, bring the knees up. Hug them into you. You can lift the head up, curl up, and then come back down and just keeping the knees tucked in, gently circle round and release. Massaging the low back. Now take one foot to the floor, bring the other leg up. And I'm just going to gently draw that leg in, the thigh in, while I straighten this one away. Hamstrings, thigh to the chest. Just release back, let the toes circle round for a moment. And then draw up the knee, cross the leg over. Now I really like this version of the stretch, working into high in the buttock, those muscles that get very tight, while reaching away with the other hand. So I've got one leg crossed over the other, and you can just stretch it away a little bit, play with the positioning of your legs, keep the core working even though you're lying on your back. Feel the stretch in the chest on the extended opposite arm. And I'm going to come back, still crossed over, and go the other way, like that. And again, as the legs go the other way, you'll feel it in the chest a little bit. Maybe you will, if you're like me, muscles all very tight all the time. Let's go to the other side. Bring that leg in first, stretch the other one away. Stretching up the back of the thigh here, hamstrings, and the hip flexor on the extended leg. Now circle the toe round in both directions, just like that. Then draw up the extended leg crossover and roll across. Stretching out that top leg. Keeping the navel in. Reaching out with the other arm. Now come back through carefully. Shift the hips if you need to. And just let the top leg pull the other one over for a moment. I'm going to release and come over onto my side and get into the quadriceps. Navel in, push forward through the hip. Heel to the buttock. I actually meant to do this at the... Never mind what I meant to do. Story of my life. I just sort of freeform as I go along. Let's go around and get the other side here. So this is important to get both sides in. And of course, stretching, flexibility is so critically important for the range of motion in your joints. So that's why I think it is very important to include stretches as much as you can, even all the way through, which I do a little bit, did a little bit here. All right, let's come through to the middle and get into a side stretch. And then going the other way, lovely side stretch. Now I'm going to just keep one leg out, the other bent. Lean forward, take hold of the toe. And see if you can get that other side. You'll probably notice that one side feels tighter than the other if you're like me. And like most people, you're usually more flexible on one side, very often the side of your handedness. So if you're right-handed, it will be probably your right side that is less stiff and more flexible. Right, let's get inner thighs just for a moment. Holding on to the ankles. I hope the lighting is a bit better on this video. I've got an extra set of spotlights here so that I'm not quite so dark. Let's come to our feet, slowly up. Just dangle for a moment. Ragdoll, and then build up that spine, bring the hands behind. Turn and look, stretch your neck. Big circle up. How did you get on? I hope you enjoyed the class as much as is possible when you're exercising. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a lovely day and see you next time.